All right, let's watch me work. What we're going to do in this session is I'm literally going to work. I'm going to be doing a lot of work. I'm going to double check the stream. I'm going to teach you about AI Studio, a dashboard I built for a challenge I'm in right now. And today's a day that I am working from home. And then I was sitting around here thinking, why don't I show you behind the scenes? So this is for you if you like not a presentation, not a class, like you're cool with it just like rolling. I'm literally going to be talking you through what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. And then if you do not have access to the things that I show you, I will teach you how to get access to those things. Okay. So if you are here, please go ahead and let me know that you are a replay viewer. I am double checking that I see this live on my business page. Kathy Callahan is who I am on Facebook. I am also Kathy Callahan on LinkedIn and YouTube, and that is where we are streaming these things today. However, I'm not finding them. So I am going to be working with you inside of Strategy Studio. If you are already a client, please let me know in the comments that you are already a client. There we go. Okay, we're live. If you are already a client and you are not yet familiar with the studio tools, I'm going to walk you through. Oh, it looks like we're really grainy. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. AI Studio. I'm going to be showing you how I'm using it to build a dashboard for a challenge I'm in. I am going to be showing you the new Ask AI inside of Strategy Studio, which will actually do work for you, which is incredible. And I am going to be taking you through some GPT stuff that I'm doing as I kind of work through strategy on the challenge, going through some assignments with the students, needing some content. It's going to be a big AI day. So give me just a couple more minutes. Go ahead and drop in the comments if you are already a client. And if you are not already a client and you want to be a client, what you can do is post, type in the comments, studio. We will teach you how to become studio client. If you are a studio client and you would like to be a sharer of the software, what you can do is type, there's two ways to share actually. If you want to be an affiliate, that means that you want to share the software, have an affiliate link, we can let you do that. And if you want that, type affiliate. If you want to be a full partner, okay, so what we do with our partners is if you have an audience already, you have a certain business that you do that, you have people that you sell your courses or your classes, or maybe you have a team and you want to share with them software, right? Maybe they want to also use the same software as you. You guys like to share when you build things. That would be one reason you would need a partnership. Maybe you need a custom build and you want to have a way to create some recurring income in your life. These would be reasons why we do these things. So I am going to just about be ready to screen share with you guys. And I think we're ready. Maybe. So what I'm doing right now, if you care, is I am on like 3 devices. Okay, so say hey if you're here. This is my setup. This is my nightmare. Right when I was about to go live, after I had everything all figured out, I found out that you cannot go live with StreamYard and screen share. So I was going to be on my iPad over here. And then I found out I can't do that. So at the last minute, I had to get on the computer, which has not been set up at all yet. And so I had to get all that together. So that's why it's taken me a little bit of time to do some of the tech setup. This is kind of the learning lesson of when you are going to go live and when you're recording videos. That tends now to be my bigger headache than all the creation and automation and all that stuff is kind of a lot done through AI, but AI cannot go live as me. AI could be me. I know some people record AI videos. I enjoy talking with you guys. I enjoy presenting live. I enjoy having the current stories of the day, whatever I can share. Okay, so if you are ready to get started, give me an I'm ready. If you visit this multiple times in and out, that is completely fine. You come and go as you please. If this is beneficial for you to share, please do. Tell your friends that might be interested in our tools. Tell your friends that might be studio users, etc., etc. Okay, so live working session. And unfortunately, since I'm live, I can't cut all this out, but who cares? Because this is the point. Watch me work. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get a couple people on. I see one person on. Say hey, I'm gonna go grab a dog and then we'll get started. All righty then, I think we are ready. We have a special guest, the nervous Chihuahua. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the screen share. I am going to add to the stage the Strategy Studio. Let me open up that page so you guys can actually see it. I do not want you to see that whole screen though, so let me go ahead and get rid of one thing for you guys so you can see better. Let me remove that. Da-na-na-na. Roses, it's okay, baby. She's such a nervous mess. And she was outside barking like crazy, so I had to call her in. Oh, on your beanbag you go. Okay, so I am logging in to a couple of places right now, and I only want to show you Strategy Studio. I don't want to show you everything, so I am logging in over at strategystudio.tech is the main tool we're going to be using. So if you do need an account, let me know that you need a Strategy Studio account. If you have one, and like I was saying earlier, you want to share through affiliate, drop affiliate. If you want to know about partnership, drop partner, okay? Okay, I think we're all happy. I think I'm good. I think I'm ready to share. All right, Tito-ities, 10 minutes in, here we go. Now, I will be like narrating a little bit, but this is legitimate work I have to do. So I am going to be working. You will see me working on my screen. I think I need to share the whole screen so that you can see everything I'm doing. So I'm going to share the entire screen. Okay. All right. So you guys are going to see the whole screen. So now we are, good Lord, it lost permissions to share my screen. Google Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. To fix it, go to Systems Preferences. Unlock this screen by selecting the lock in the bottom left. Check Google Chrome. Okay, good Lord. You guys ever have this much insanity to just think and go live and show people what you're doing? But such is life. Okay, so go to, where did it just tell me to go to? General, firewall, privacy. Come on. Come on, come on. Still need help. System preferences, unlock the lock. System preferences. I wonder which preference it wants me to have. I'm inside system preferences, unlock, there's no lock. I would love to show you the screen, but it's not letting me show you my screen now. Sad day. Just gonna try it anyway. Share screen, entire screen, share screen. No. Okay, well, it's at least gonna let me share one tab at a time with you guys, okay? Which is fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it updates that you guys can see what I see. We're gonna add this to the stage and we are going to dive in. 12 minutes and 5 seconds, here we are. So I first want to share with you what I have been working on. So if we have not worked together before, my name is Kathy Callahan, and I have been teaching in the online space since 2020. I have been working in the online space since 2019, and I have been in business since really 2006, some type of business. Whenever I left my teaching career, I have done multiple different off and online businesses. I've owned a home care agency. I have worked in network marketing. I have been a software or a partner in exclusive software. I now have my own agency built on a platform that people can build their agencies on, so that we have all the tools behind all the strategy and the coaching and the personalization. So what I first do, I'm going to show you my GPT. One of the things that I do when I'm working is I always tell GPT about my ideas first. Like, I brain dump the whole thing. This probably won't load very quickly because it's a very long chat. But I always start with, okay, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I have been doing 5-day challenge method for a long time. So I already know the 5-day challenge method and I already know the whole strategy there. But I kind of tell it like, this is what I'm thinking about doing. And so I already have done that part. So I've already worked inside of GPT for the strategy part. So if you need help with that, let me know. But I have all these chats with it. Then I come over into the actual studio to work. So now I'm going to show you how I work. If you are a current client, drop the word client. You likely know about the buttons I'm showing you, with the exception of one of the buttons. One of the buttons is like brand new today. Okay. And I see a couple of you on, so just say, hey, so I know who's here, please. That'd be super cool. There is a dashboard for all of our clients. I'm not going to work in the dashboard, but I built the dashboard with AI. So what you're seeing in the middle of your screen is actually something that I created for our new clients when they're not sure what to do, when they have recurring questions about all the things. A lot of the people I work with come in needing clarity before strategy and tools. They don't realize that though. And so I have added all that extra that I used to sell separately for our studio clients. I've also built you an income foundation course. Again, all of this was built with AI. So I'm going to show you how to build it. I want you to think of the quote unquote use case. Like, how could you use this? Think about for your business. Would anything like this be beneficial? Maybe a team training tool, maybe a hostess dashboard, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many ways to use what we're going to look at today. And then I'm going to show you how I'm using it in my challenge. So this is the one I use for studio clients. So if you are a studio client, you've never come over here to the dashboard, then you go ahead and now you can know that it is under new studio dashboard, and we keep that updated. There's a welcome video. There's the access points to the onboarding, to our custom GPT, yada, yada. The new thing in town, there's two new things in town. if you are a studio client. Now, if you happen to be watching this video, you're not a studio client, please drop the word studio so we can get you connected. AI Studio, we have been talking about this over the last couple weeks, and this is where we build, or where I have been building, our dashboards. So I'm going to be working inside of the post to paid dashboard today because I decided to go live because I'm literally going to have to do work. I figured I will show you the work I'm doing. So, but I'm going to come over here to this one and I'm going to be working inside of there. I'll show you how to start from scratch. I'll show you how to build your own, whatever, landing pages, team dashboards, quizzes, etc., etc. But I'm going to be working on the one that I made for my challenge. There's all kinds of things you can build in this. This is included in our studio now. That's like brand new. So there's no more like manual build. It's called vibe coding. The other brand new thing, like today brand new at whatever time on today's date is, let me open that up again. Hold on. Is our Ask AI. Okay, so if you see right here, so comment if you see the Ask AI. Now, normally I'm on my iPad, so I can like zoom in and do all that stuff really easily. Unfortunately, today I'm not. But let me see if I can get my head smaller and out of the way so the screen is bigger. How do I make my head get smaller? There, my head got smaller. Great. Screen got bigger. Ask AI is here, right there, next to above your sub-account name and above, under your sub-account name and above Launchpad. This is brand new. I have to turn this on in your account, or I have to teach you how to turn it on if you already have an account. So if you're like, hey, I don't have that, you can type in the comments, I don't have that. This is a game changer for the things that we don't already have AI builders for. So I had mine, it's like having an assistant. I had mine build a pipeline, which is actually our instructions for day 4 training. And so I show you, if you're in the post to paid challenge, how to do this. So you might see me today use some Ask AI because I do need to like create a form for a quiz I made yesterday. I need to make a form for our giveaway winners. I don't know what else I need to do. I need to build some workflow automations, and some of that can be done through Ask AI. Some things I'll do through AI Studio, and then some things I'll be using in our workflow section, which is our automations of like when someone does this, do this. It's like the triggers and the actions, right? And there is a different AI in there that can take action for you. So the game has changed a lot since even I started my strategy studio in July of 25. We did not have AI Studio. We did not have AI Workflow Builder. We did not have Ask AI. Okay, what the rest of this is your system to build for your clients, for your capture, for your traffic to leads to customers, for the customer journey, and for the system behind it. So this is why I'm using it. So unfortunately, I could not get Facebook on for you guys, and I don't think it lets me share from my phone. So if you're in the Facebook group, you can type that you're in the group. I can't screen share my business page right now, or my Facebook because I'm on a different computer that's not logged in and I don't know my password and yada, yada. If you go over to my business page, you are going to see that I have some automations already built when people comment a word, and that's some of what I've already built. What I need to work on more is, now that people are in the challenge, they're taking the challenge, they're moving through the challenge, I need to get some of the dashboard updated. So that's really what I'm going to focus on today. Okay, so where I'm going to go inside of Strategy Studio is back to AI Studio. I am going to let this load because it does appear to be a little bit slow load. And I don't know if it's this computer because it's a 2013 MacBook Pro. But nonetheless, when you first come into AI Studio, there is a screen that you can just type and tell it what you want. I already told it what I wanted, but if you listened in the beginning of the video, I tend to start with a GPT strategy session first, right? So if we come back to here, I had been working with GPT. This is a very long chat. I told it what I was going to do. I told it then that I want to jump into sharing this with you guys as a challenge. And so help me organize everything so that I can create the sign up form, etc., etc. So when you see what I built, it is literally built through me talking. Okay, so I tend to like voice commanding the dashboard, and you can type command, you can have the GPT like lay out your instructions and come over here and copy and paste. But this is what I'm working on today. The use case that we learned inside a post to paid challenge, you need like multiple yes steps for people, right? And so sometimes you might be building quizzes. This is really for once someone becomes a customer. This is like the thing that it's an asset to the challenge. So over here on the left are all the instructions that I have continued to give and build and do this dashboard. Okay. You definitely can just do it that way. As of like recent, those of you who are not new, there is now a way for you to edit by clicking over here, which I know some people wanted. So if you want to click to change instead of type over here in the Ask AI, you're going to click the visual edits button, and then you'll just be able to click. And maybe that feels more like our old funnel builder or our old website builder, which you can still access over in Sites. So if you like that, and then you like to be able to like manually do all this because you have more control and there's a little bit more options and the AI is not understanding, you definitely can do that. But the way that it will become clickable is to tap visual edits. And my head's kind of over it, isn't it? So comment right now if you can see the visual edits button, if you understand what I'm saying. So here, I'll get rid of my face. Okay, so there's visual edits right there. Okay. All right, and confirm with me the volume's still on because it's giving me some notices. So I personally don't do much with visual editing. I mostly just type the changes I want it to make. I don't get real stressed out about all the things that's designed for me because I think done is better than perfect, and I think it's absolutely amazing. And I give it the colors, I give it kind of the purpose, all the things, right? And so I don't know how I accidentally went to that project. Let me go back to my dashboard. So now I'm going to make some updates for you guys. The first page that I made was the registration page. And so for people coming into the challenge, you need a sign up page. So I made the sign up page, and I just told, you know, the studio that I needed, the AI studio that I needed, essentially an opt-in page. All of this was created by AI. It thought this is what looked great. It was through the words and the ideas I gave it. It's great. Then the next page is the dashboard. And this is kind of the working, living, breathing thing that I keep making 1,001 changes to, that I'm still going to be working on with you guys during this video. So I need to publish the updates, and then we're going to go over and take a look at it outside of the editor. And I'm going to show you, like, you guys, literally people pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for these kind of things to be built. They are often very time consuming and tedious, and the game is not that way anymore. Literally anybody can build what we couldn't before. So this is what it looks like if you go to the link. The page that it built, it will capture their name, their email, because that's what I've asked for. And then we teach you inside of our working sessions, if you don't know how, or now, you can ask your new Ask AI, how to make sure that this form is connected over to your CRM inside of Strategy Studio, so that you do have a list of people. There's an automation behind it. They are tagged, et cetera, et cetera. It then redirects over here to, and I just got a text. It says a contact has registered for the post to paid challenge. Cool. Reason why I got that text is because I have the app on my phone, and I have told the software to send me a text whenever someone registers, so I don't miss anything. So that is super cool. I keep playing with this, and I can't ever say I'm going to think it's like dead perfect, but it no longer takes me any more time than a second to fix it. So let's look at how it is now. We're going to go command to change. We'll come back. I have a 5-day training. At first, this was just the schedule. Now I've got like a tracker where people can kind of track their work. I've got the videos uploaded into here. I've got a daily check-in that it created for me. I've got downloads that I was able to attach. There's even a place that they can like brain dump some thoughts. All of this through AI. It is so cool. I've got the Facebook group linked. I've got the resources linked. So challenge workbook, if you guys have not seen this yet, I decided to link this over to a Google Drive. So if you are in the current challenge, you're going to want to go click on that resources button. And then you're going to be able to see if you're a workbook kind of person. Some people really like to write on paper instead of through the check-ins on the dashboard. And if that's your thing, I put this together with AI. I had it build a workbook based on the content. So you can see I need to edit some of that. But that's pretty cool. Oh, wait, you might not have seen it. This, you couldn't see it because I wasn't sharing. Okay, so here is the workbook pages that I used to create for you. It is inside your folder if you are in the Post to Pay Challenge, okay? Day 2, I made some guides specific to training. Again, I built this PDF with AI just by telling it. I uploaded the colors. Actually, I just uploaded other images I had used in the challenge, and I'm like, this is my, color scheme. It decided how to build the little boxes and all of that because it's really smart. So here is the Day 2 guide. And I don't know, just as the challenge goes on, I get more and more clarity about where people are stuck, what questions they keep asking. This AI Studio guide, which is teaching you clients who are in this challenge right now how to use the AI Studio, I had it build you a strategy guide, and you can scroll through it almost like your own little course, because before you go build something, you need to know what you're building and why, right? And so here, what this is doing is giving you the why and the what before you just go how, right? So it's very important. Before we just go do the things, let's know why we're doing it and what we're doing. That's super important. It looks like it might be blurry. Let me make sure it looks all good though. I don't know why this computer is so blurry, but it is what it is. There we go. Okay. That's super important. Looks like it might be blurry. Okay, so it's just my thing is not as fast as I want it to be. So I have built all this stuff inside of the dashboard, literally through voice commands. If you're like, I don't even know what to do, talk to GPT. What would be good on a client dashboard? What would be good for current clients? What would be good for my team? And then just go command the studio, the AI Studio, to create it, right? I even put a diagnostic in here because it's a lot of training over the 5 days. And if people are kind of behind, they feel left out and confused. And so what I thought could be great is if I created a quiz, and then it basically helped them know where they should be paying attention in the challenge based on just a couple of little questions. Okay, so that's what that is doing there. In this case, this person really needs to prioritize day 1 and 2. That is where we learned about the posting and the commenting. Okay. The way someone else might answer it might push them more to day 3 and 4 or 4 and 5. So you can really decide. Badges will be unlocked as they complete. Now I'm probably going to remove this. I think I'm actually going to remove this right now. So let's go back into the studio because I'm not confident. I'm going to ask it. Let me voice ask it if I can. I'm on my computer, so I don't know how to voice ask it. Oh man, it's going to make me type. Okay, fine. Fine. Although there's a speaker right there. What's it do? Oh, well, my iPad has a speaker button. Okay, so I'm going to say, will the, what is it called? Challenge tracker, badges, progress tracker. So one of the things I'm asking it, and you maybe can't see that because it's small, I decided in this dashboard to make it just an access. But then if you think about it, depending on, so type in the comments below, what might you build a dashboard or an AI Studio page, a funnel, a website, what might you build? Why would you do it? I started thinking about, for my clients, I just wanted them to have a place to go where everything was all together. But then the AI Studio actually recommended to do a challenge progress bar. My question to it though is how is it going to track and keep updated when they log out and log in? Because then they've got badges. So I'm asking it right now, how is it saved? So it says currently progress is saved in their browser. So it will remember them as long as they return on the same device. That's exciting. Now it says, since this is a standalone page, we cannot add a custom log and database to it. However, to track exactly who is answering and what they say, the best approach is to replace the daily check-in sections with studio forms. Okay, let me think about that. If you create a check-in form in your account for each day and share the embed codes, I can swap them in. I have no idea what that means, but we're gonna find out. That way all their answers go straight into their contact record. Okay, I'm gonna say, how do I do that? If you create a check-in form in your studio account and share the codes with me, how do I do this? How do I do this? And this is where we might be able to demonstrate to you now the new Ask AI. So I'm going to ask the studio, how do I do? Didn't I just copy that? Would you like to do that? Oh, yes, I would. I just need to say yes. Yes. You know how hard it is for me to type on a keyboard after I've been on an iPad for so long now. It's like my brain is in weird. Okay, let me ask you guys a question while I'm standing here. Well, it's telling me that. Okay, are you a studio client already? So now it's continuing to talk to me. So what I think it's telling me to do is add a form where people have to put their name and email on this page. And then because they put their name and email on that page, it's going to like track how they're answering and then send that data over to their contact card, which would be super cool. I'm going to let that work for a minute. I'm going to log out or click out, and I am going to come over into the full studio. So let me get rid of all this stuff so you guys can maybe see better. So if I go back, this is going to keep working, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm going to go back to the full studio. And what I'm trying to do, okay, is get this to update me when people are using the dashboard. So I have a contact section that has all my contacts. It has their email, their texting and all that kind of stuff in there, right? I have a conversations tab, which tracks our conversations. We learned in day 4 training about the opportunities tab to track where people are at in the stages. I want all of this information that they're answering on the quiz, on the dashboard, whatever, to come into the studio inside of this section, not just stay down here on a pretty page I made. I am going to find out the answer and see what they said, because there's like 5 different things I built that I would really, really, really love to be able to track that. So as you are doing and learning, we do and learn together, because this is brand new. My brain is like constantly thinking of things we can do, ways we can do it. And then I need to talk about to the software about, okay, how do we make it happen? So it says, go ahead and create those forms in your studio account. Once you have them, just paste the iframe embed codes for day 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I'm like, yeah, don't know what that means, because I kind of do, but I'm going to ask the AI. So now AI Studio has given me some instructions. I'm going to head up to Ask AI, which is new, and you may not have it. You may have to ask me to approve it into your account, because I can show you how to turn it on. I showed you in day 4 training, but you may not know how. I am going to tell it the instructions that that thing just told me to do. So it said, okay, so I need create a form for my post to paid challenge, and I need it to collect, oh look, I can do voice on here. I need it to collect the name and email of the people that are coming into each section of a dashboard I'm building over in AI Studio. I want it to collect the answers that people are providing in the check-in areas of each of the days of training. So I actually need 5 different forms that will look the same, but one will be day 1, one will be day 2, etc., etc. And then I need the embed codes because then I will take it over to AI Studio. The purpose will be however they answer the questions. I want that data put into their contact card, ideally with tags as well. Can you do this? So again, you guys, the harder part is not doing it because the software can like execute. It's more like the strategy. What are we doing and why? Okay. So create a form for my post, and then it took their instructions right here. Okay. Because I started talking in the middle sentence. To collect. The name and email of people that are coming into each section of my back. I want to put that date, blah, 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 blah. And so then the instructions told me to, okay. Then I need, all right, let's see what it says. I can't promise you anything because Ask AI is new. Again, it's similar to AI Workflow Builder and AI Studio. They just all have different like purposes, right? So say, hey, if you guys are here, we are using the new Ask AI to like actually do some things in the software for us. And the things I'm asking it to do are actually things that AI Studio told me I need done. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. Talk to me if you're here. I gotta go grab a phone charger. So the things that most people were like, oh, that's like, I can't do that. That's for super techie people. It's just not true anymore, right? Like with vibe coding and now the Ask AI and the Workflow AI Builder, the part that you're going to need the help with is the strategy. Like you have to have the strategy down in order for you to be able to command the AI to do it, to hire a VA to do it. So the biggest mistake we make is like doing things just because we can do things. So strategically, I already know why I need all of this. So now I can execute. So it says great concept, and here's what we'll build together. Before I set it up, I need the specific check-in questions for blah, blah, blah. Here's what happens after you answer. Once you share the questions, I'll build out the complete form specifications, note, iframe, blah, 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 blah. Day check-in questions. Okay. What specific questions do you want participants to answer? Answer them out. Okay, so then let's go grab, and I'm not, if there's somebody watching this, it's like there's 152 easier ways to do that. Great, tell me what they are. I'm literally learning with you guys. As I said, I am doing a working session right now. Okay, so I am going to give it the questions that are over on day 1 so that it can build whatever it's saying it's going to build, and we'll just test it out. So we'll go back to here. Here is day 1. I keep pasting something that normally works on it. Oh, good Lord. Am I doing something wrong when I copy? Right click, copy. True? I haven't used a real mouse in forever either. Right click, paste. Yay. That's great. Enter. What is the problem here? Enter, 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 enter. I don't want to skip it. I want to enter my answer. Enter, enter, enter. Strange. Skip day 2, skip day 3, skip day 4, skip day 5. I only did it for day 1. Okay, so I am going to think about this a little bit more. I'm going to talk to AI Studio and ask AI. I think that it doesn't need to be that complex. If I go back and read what AI Studio told me, let's go back to AI Studio. Maybe it does need to be that complex. But if anybody's done this step, I might be complicating a simple thing, or it might be a really complex thing. I don't know. Go ahead and create that. Okay, so what I'm going to tell it is, let's go to the dashboard page. Just so in AI dashboard or AI Studio, when you create multiple pages, and you're like, how do I get to those other pages? You can see up here with the little slash, I'm just changing. So I want to go to the dashboard page. So I'm actually going to ask it for now, remove the challenge. No, I don't want it to remove the challenge progress. Make a note. Make a note on challenge progress. It is only saved on the browser they are on. Okay, so that way, for now, I'm going to forget the question stuff. I'll figure out how to import all that data. Normally what I would do is make a form, like a challenge form for the end, collect all of their answers, and then use that. But I was trying to just to be like, capture all the answers, kind of like you do in a quiz, under the quiz logic. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to StreamYard for a second. I am going to add myself. I'm going to add myself right here, because I'm going to hang up on my phone. So I should still be here in just a second. There I am. Okay, so I'm going to hang this one up on my phone because it's going to die.